Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel AgriEdit. I am Hari Prasad, a PhD scholar from Indian Agriculture Research Institute in the Department of Seed Science and Technology. So in this video, I am going to give you a complete information regarding the two different exams, which is ASRB NET and ICAR PhD exam for the subject of Seed Science and Technology. So we'll discuss about these two different exams, its pattern, the exam pattern, the syllabus, and most importantly the list of books and the sources that you have to read to crack these exams. See, while it comes to the Seed Science and Technology, collecting the sources and the materials becomes a very difficult part because you do not have many options in case of books for studying the various topics under the syllabus. So you have to compile your own material from the different sources and then you have to make it on your own for cracking these exams. This is a one difficulty in Seed Science and Technology, but still through this video I'll just try to simplify the things and I'll try to provide the more simpler materials from which you can refer and crack this both the exams. First, let us discuss about like what is ASRB NET exam, and then we'll start with the ICAR PhD exam. But talking about the syllabus for both the exams, the syllabus is more or less same. It's completely overlapping. So you have to refer the same books for both the exams in the subject of Seed Science and Technology. So firstly, like what is this ASRB NET? The ASRB NET is a national level eligibility exam which is conducted where after cracking this exam, you will be eligible to apply for the assistant professor post in various universities in the India, and this will be obviously the computer based exams, and the total duration of this exam would be 120 minutes or 2 hours, and there will be one paper which consists of total of 150 questions, and the marks will be total of 150, where each correct response will be getting 1 marks and each wrong response will be deducting 1.3 marks, 1 by 3 marks. Okay, so total marks will be 150. And medium of this paper will be both in the Indian English. The ASRB NET exam, make sure to note it, it will be both in English and Hindi. Okay, and next regarding the eligibility, the age limit is, the minimum age limit is 21, there is no upper limit, so student of any age above 21 can write this exam, but there is eligibility of masters, where a student who is willing to pursue or willing to write this exam should be pursuing masters or should be completed the masters, and there will be deadline date that will be given within which the student has to complete the degree of masters. Only then you will be able to get this NET certificate, or you will be cracking this exam or eligible to write this and get the results. Okay, and this is regarding the ASRB NET exam. And what about the attempts? The number of attempts for these exams are unlimited. You can give any number of attempts. This is just the eligibility test where you will become eligible to attempt the ASRB NET exam. Okay, so this is the basic eligibility regarding the ASRB NET and the syllabus. So recently the ASRB NET, the ASRB board has revised the syllabus. The new syllabus link will be shared in the description box. You can check the link and check the new syllabus. And here the difference is the ASRB NET exam, it is conducted by the ASRB board, not by the NTA. Okay, so the NTA usually conducts the ICAR exams like ICAR PG, ICAR PhD and CUT PG. So these exams are conducted by the ICAR, but the NET exam, it is conducted by the ASRB only. So the level of questions and the pattern would be entirely different from what you see in this PG PhD exam. And the total number of marks is 150, and each correct response will get 1 marks, and the negative wrong question will be deducting the 1 by 3 marks. Okay, so this is about the ASRB NET exam, and I told you like the syllabus will be uploaded, the syllabus link will be given in the description. Just check the new syllabus for this ASRB NET exam for the subject of Seed Science and Technology. Okay. Next, I told you about the eligibility. So what is the eligibility for the Seed Science and Technology? If you want to write this ASRB NET exam in the subject of Seed Science and Technology, then you should be having the masters in agriculture or seed science or seed technology or Seed Science and Technology. So these are the different names that will be given at different universities. So the name might be differing. So they have included all the different names of seed science department. So any kind of names will be eligible if you are getting the masters in this subject, and also the masters in agriculture, they are also eligible to write this exam. Along with this, the students who have pursued their masters in the plant physiology, they will be also eligible to write this ASRB net exam in the subject of seed science and technology. So these are the eligibility details. I hope the things like the pattern, the syllabus, everything is clear for the ASRB net exam. And talking about like when this exam will be announced, from the post COVID, the exam interval is become irregular, where not every year this exam is called, but recently you are talking about this year, it has been recently notified, and the exam will be probably conducted in the month of February or March. And in the upcoming years, the exam might be conducted on a yearly basis, where in the month of December to January or February, the exam will be conducted, and there will be only one exam, like it will be only conducted once in a year. If it is regularly being conducted, then it would be obviously only once in a year, not like 2 times per year as of CSR net or UGC net. It will be only once per year. Okay. Next, so let us talk about the ICAR PhD exam, which is a national level entrance exam if you want to take the admission for the PhD in any state agriculture universities, deemed universities, and also central agriculture universities for the subject seed science and technology. So here the pattern, the exam pattern, the number of questions and the scoring, everything differs from what we have seen in the ASRB net. But only thing that is same for both ASRB and ICAR PhD exam, it is regarding the syllabus. Okay. Talking about the mode of examination, it is again the computer based test, and both ASRB net and ICAR PhD exam. So both will have the MCQs based questions only. That means you will be having 4 options, out of which you have to select the correct option. One option, you can select the one correct option. Okay. Both the ASRB net and the ICAR PhD are based on the MCQs. It is the computer based test, but the difference is it is conducted by the NTA and it is conducted by the ASRB board. Okay. Next, talking about the number of questions. Here the number of questions is 120 and the total duration is again same, it is 120 minutes or 2 hours, but the difference is the total number of questions. Here the total number of questions is 120, which is again split into 3 parts, where first part will have 20 questions, second part will have 50 questions, and third part will be having again 50 questions. So out of these 3 parts, the first part, which is having the 20 questions, which is part A, which includes the general knowledge and the reasoning ability, this will be common for all the students who are writing this ICAR PhD exam for various subjects or the streams. Okay, so this paper will be same and the questions will be same for all the students who will be writing the exams in the different streams or the subjects for the ICAR PhD exam. And the part B, so the part B will have the core group. So I will tell you what are the core groups for the seed science and technology. So here in the part B, this will be common for the specific groups. Under each core group there are certain streams which this part B will be very common, and there is a part C which will be specific for that subject stream. That if you are trying to write this exam in the seed science and technology, and in the part C, which is 50 questions, all 50 questions will be of only seed science and technology, not of any other subjects. And as I told you, it is MCQ based questions, and the total marks will be 480. Here for every correct response you will be getting 4 marks, and every wrong response 1 marks will be deducted, and there will be 0 marks for non-attempt. So this is for the ICAR PhD. Similarly, as I told you, for ASRB net, 1 marks for the correct, and 1/3 negative for the incorrect, and 0 for unattempted. If you are not attempting the questions, then it would be 0 marks. So this is regarding the ASRB net. And here the difference is the medium of paper. The medium of paper, the language of paper would be only English for this ICAR PhD exam, which is conducted by the NTA for the admission into the PhD for the various state agriculture universities, deemed universities, and central agriculture universities. Now, talking about the exam pattern, I told you like first part A will have a 20 questions or 20 MCQs. So this will be same for all the 72 specialized subjects who are going to give the exams for the ICAR PhD, and the question will assess your reasoning ability, and the questions can be anything about the general agriculture, general knowledge, the current events. It can be of anything which is under part A. And for the part B, there will be 50 MCQs. Here it is specific for the subject group which is named as core group. For seed science technology, what are the subjects under core group? So for the seed science, the core group would be crop science 1. The name of the core group is crop science 1 for seed science and technology, and it includes GPB, SST and PGR. So in the part B, the 50 questions will be distributed for these 3 subjects. So if you are preparing for the ICAR PhD exams, then you have to also prepare for the GPB topics, SST topics and the PGR topics. Then what to prepare from the GPB? Everything that is included in the GPB syllabus for the ICAR PhD, you have to go for everything. Any questions can be asked from these subjects, including GPB, SST and PGR. But if you just look at the level of questions, the level of questions in the part B will be somewhat easy compared to the part C. Part C, since it consists of the core group, the core subject specific group, the part C questions will be somewhat difficult to answer compared to the part B, where it will be easy and straight. Okay, if all your basics are clear, if you are thorough with your MSc studies, then you will be easily able to answer the questions of part B, like most of the questions of part B. And if you study from the books, if you refer different author books and cover the syllabus entirely, then you will be easily able to answer all the questions of part B. So this is regarding the seed science and technology. So this part B is same for the students who are giving the exam in GPB, SST and PGR. All the 3 category students will be getting the same questions in the part B. Next, so you might be getting these questions whenever you encounter, or if you want to give any exams. The questions lies is like, how many students will actually write this exam, what is the level of competition for this exams. So if you are talking for the seed science and technology, the total number of seats that were present in the previous year, according to the previous year analysis, the total number of seats all India level were only 23. There were only 23 seats from the year 2022 and 2023, and this number does not vary much over the years. It would be between 20 to 25 only. And within this 23 seats, number of ICAR fellowship seats were only 5, where 3 seats were for unreserved, 1 for SC and 1 for ST. So that means if you do not know about it regarding the fellowship, I will tell you in the upcoming slides. Here the total number of seats for the seed science and technology in the previous year was only 23, and out of which only there were 5 fellowship seats. I'll give you the details of the fellowship, like how much fellowship you will be getting if you are cracking this exam with the top rank, in the upcoming slides. Next, so I told you about like how many students will write this exam. So the total number of students who are writing the ICAR PhD exam for the 72 specialized subject, it is only 8,880 approx. Like this is from the previous year stats. So now if you divide this for individual subjects, hardly, like according to my knowledge, what I have been known from the years, like around 100 to 200 students might write the exam for seed science and technology. See, this is the level of competition. It's comparatively very easy to crack this exam when you compare it with the ICAR PG exam, which you have already cracked. So there are only 100 to 200 students who will be writing this exam, who have applied for this exam, and out of which hardly, like how many students do you think will be seriously preparing for these exams? 20, anywhere between 20 to 50 students will be only preparing for these exams, and they will be knowing the exact syllabus and they are wanting to take the seats. So the competition level is only 50 you take, and out of 50 there are 23 seats, and if you talk about the fellowship seats, there are 5 fellowship seats. So this is the level of competition for the subject of seed science and technology according to my analysis. This is might be not 100% accurate, but this is based on the previous year results that we have received. Based on that, I have made this analysis. But these figures, the numbers I have mentioned here, it is published by the NTA. So these are accurate and this is true. In the previous year, total number of students who have attended the ICAR PG exam and the PhD exams from the general, it is, these are the numbers, and for the different categories, these are the numbers, and total it sums up to 8,880 for the PhD exam. Next, talking about the eligibility. So talking about the eligibility to write this exam, we should have a overall grade points which is listed in this table. If it is a 10-point scale, 9-point scales, there are different grade points which are minimum eligibility requirement for the different categories, like OBC, General, NCL, UPS and EWS. The grade points are same, but for the SC, ST, PWD and third gender, the grades are little less compared to that of the above one. Okay, this is regarding the OGPA. If you are getting the OGPA in the masters, so this is a skill. Or if you are getting the percentage, so you have to compulsorily secure 60 and above percentage to be eligible to write this exam, and 50 and above percentage for the SC, ST, PWD and third gender, and for all other categories it is 60%. Recently, like few students asked me this doubt that what is the eligibility percentage for writing the exam for ICAR PhD in the masters. It is 60 and above. You have to secure at least 60 and above in order to be eligible to write this exam. Hope it is clear. And other points, like just have a thorough look at it. Like whenever I'll be also giving the link of the complete brochure of ICAR PhD, so you can have a thorough look at it. There are different points. The important points I am highlighting here. The rest of the points you can cover it from the brochure. Okay. And regarding the degree, so the students who have pursued 10 plus 2, that is class 10 plus 2 years 11th and 12th and 4 years degree, will be only eligible to write the exam of Seed Science and Technology. If you have a degree, bachelor's degree of 3 years, then you won't be eligible to write the exam of Seed Science and Technology. You have to compulsorily have the 4 years degree. But for certain courses, the eligibility is 3 years. That is not for CTech, for other subjects. For other subjects like biochemistry and other subjects, the eligibilities of bachelor's is for 3 years is also considered. Like if you have pursued your bachelor's for 3 years degree, also like you will be considered to write this exam. But for Seed Science and Technology, the 4 years is the minimum requirement for BSc Agriculture, and next you have to complete the 2 years master degree. Only then you will be eligible to write this exam. And the other criterias, like I have mentioned here, have a clear look at it. Okay. As I mentioned here, the candidates who have passed the 3 years degree UG program will not be eligible except for the free courses, few courses at IRI and NDRI, which is not Seed Science but other subjects. Okay. Next, regarding the age limit, I told you about the age limit of ASRB net. The ASRB net age limit was 21 and above. For ICAR PhD, it is 20 and above. Okay, there is no upper limit, so the minimum age limit is 20 and above for ICAR PhD exam. Okay. Next, regarding the scholarship details, like how much scholarship or the fellowship the student will get if he is eligible to get this ICAR fellowship. So if you are a PhD aspirant, like if you have cracked this exam with a good rank and if you are eligible to get the fellowship, the total amount that you will be getting right now would be 37,000 per month for 3 years or for 2 years, and 42 per month for third year. So this is what the JRF and SRF means. For initial 2 years, you will be awarded as JRF fellowship, that is Junior Research Fellowship, and the third year you will be rewarded with the SRF Senior Research Fellowship. That is why there will be a hike in the fellowship amount. Along with this, per year you will be getting the 10,000 for contingency, which you can claim for your travel, for your purchase of books, printing of materials related to the subject. Okay, and this whole fellowship will be only provided for 3 years. So this is also one common doubt among the students. How many years ICAR will provide the fellowship? ICAR will only provide the fellowship for the 3 years, in which starting 2 year the fellowship will be JRF and the last year the fellowship will be SRF, and the fellowship has been revised recently where it is 37 per month for JRF for first 2 years, and for the second year or for the last year, the third year, it would be 42,000 per month. So this is regarding the scholarship details. And how many students will be getting the scholarship for the Seed Science and Technology if you are writing this exam? Only 5 out of 23 seats that are vacant, only 5 students will be getting this fellowship. And if you talk about UR category, which includes all other categories, only 3 students will be getting this fellowship. Okay. And what are the different types of questions that will be asked in this ICAR PhD exam? So this is common to all the subjects, not only Seed Science. The questions might be direct multiple choice, the statement wise, the match the following, the assertion reasoning, or it can also get to arrange the orders, like arrange the following dates or the years accordingly. So So this would be the type of questions or the pattern of questions that will be asked in the exam for the ICAR PhD for the various subjects. Now talking about the syllabus. So what is the syllabus for seed science and technology? The syllabus for seed science and technology includes major subject which is seed science. Secondly, you have to also read the genetics and plant breeding for the part B. In order to answer the questions of part B, you have to read this genetics and plant breeding and also the plant genetic resource and general agriculture and general studies to answer the questions of part A, and seed science and technology to answer the questions of both part B and C. So this is the syllabus for seed science and technology. Next, so out of which the major subject will be obviously seed science and technology, which will be asked in the part C, and the minor subjects include the genetics and plant breeding, plant genetic resource, general agriculture, current affairs and general studies, which will be asked in part A and B. And the syllabus link will be also available in the description box. After watching this video, you can click on the syllabus link and just check the syllabus for the ICAR PhD exam. Now comes the very important part regarding like how to prepare for this exam. What are the different books that you have to refer? See, books are not same for all the topics for the ICAR PhD exam, specifically in seed science. So this is how it is difficult, because for each and every unit there are different sources that you have to go for. So make sure to watch this complete video where I will be giving you the complete list of books and the sources that you can utilize to crack this exam for this particular unit and where you can cover the syllabus. So make sure to watch the complete video. Okay. Now the seed science and technology, it consists of the syllabus of ICAR PhD, or you can say the ASRB net. It consists of total of 8 units. The total subject is divided into 8 different units. It starts with the seed biology. So as you can see the course content here, already the syllabus content is available here. See, you can cover this content from any of the books. Starting from 11th and 12th, you will be starting these kind of topics that will be already been dealt to you people. So you can refer any materials which will cover these topics. But if you talk about the standard books, there is one book called as Embryology of Angiosperms. So I will be giving the links of all the books in the description, so you need to worry about it. So this is Angiosperms, like Embryology of Angiosperms by Bhojwani and Bhatnagar. So this is the one book that you can refer or you can read to cover the different topics under seed biology. But the problem is this particular book is very vast and deep, so you might not need to read each and everything, and without making your own notes, the things from the embryology of angiosperms won't be clear, and it is not reasonable for the revision also. It is not even good for revision also. Only if you make your own notes, then you will be able to revise the content of this book. So make sure if you are reading this book, make your own notes so that you can revise it properly. And the other things which you can go for other than this embryology of angiosperms is NC Singhal, the book by the author NC Singhal. The book name is Seed Technology. So if you have this book, you can refer this seed biology topics from this book. Mostly the fertilization, the double fertilization, the seed development. So these are the one which is covered in this NC Singhal, which you can go for. And also, like I've seen the seniors who are suggesting like island materials in the north. These materials are very famous, I guess. Like these materials will also have all these topics of seed biology. Then you can also refer those materials if needed. Okay. Other than that, if you talk about the standard books, the embryology of angiosperms and the NC Singhal, and also like if you have any manuals of your MSc or any agriculture universities, so you can collect those manuals and have a one good reading of those manuals. That will definitely help you to cover the syllabus of the seed biology. Next, it is about seed production. For seed production, what to be referred? So there is a book called as Hybrid Seed Production. Again, this book is by the author NC Singhal. So this is very important. You can thoroughly read this book. But how to approach the seed production of different crops? See, if you just look at the pattern, the seed production technology of all the series are almost same. The pulses are also almost same. there will be difference in the seed production technology of oil seeds. And other than these three different categories, the most important one is the vegetable seed production, which you have to focus, where the questions will be asked in every year. So a vegetable seed production, oil seed, pulses and cereals, you have to go in this way, where you have to cover all these crops and seed production technologies. One from the hybrid seed technology book by the NC Singhal, and the other thing, most important thing, is to cover the IMSCS. So what is this IMSCS? IMSCS is the Indian Minimum Seed Standards, Seed Certification Standards book. So this is a manual which is released by the Central Seed Certification Board, so which is available in the public domain. The link I will be also sharing in the description. So if you do not have this manual, download this manual. In this manual, the things like the seed standards and the field standards and different cultivation practices for the different crops, the seed production practices for the different crops, they are important. So you have to compulsorily read it. So one book I mentioned about hybrid seed production. The other book, if you want to refer, you can go for the R.L. Agarwal. Although like not everything will be clear from this book, but you can still refer this book, which will supplement your preparation for seed production. Other than that, you have to entirely read the IMSCS and make sure that you make our own notes on the different seed production aspects of the different parts, crops, the different categories, so that it will be very easy for the revision. Okay. And other than this, like maintenance breeding, the genetic purity, so these kind of things are also present in the BD breeding. So if you are referring it, you can go for that book. Okay. Next, comes the chapter of seed processing. So this is a one difficult chapter where you don't have any standard books. The standard books which you have for the seed processing of mainly of agricultural engineering, where there are too much of information which is not actually necessary for a student who is pursuing or who is willing to give the exam in the seed science for PhD. So instead, what you can do is you can clearly refer the R.L. Agarwal for seed processing. So this is the one book that you can refer, and the other book which you can go for is Seed Technology by Kare and Bali. So that book will be helpful for covering the aspects of seed processing. And then if you are having any class notes, your MSc notes, or any kind of manuals related to seed processing from your any universities like institutes, that you can refer those materials. So that will cover the aspects of the seed processing. Next comes the fourth unit, which is seed quality control. The seed quality control, I would say, always start with the manual called as ISTA manual, because most of our seed quality practices or the procedures are derived from this manual. What is ISTA? ISTA is International Seed Testing Association. We actually follow most of the things from this ISTA only. So it is very important to know about the international standards and the Indian standards. So start with the ISTA manual and read thoroughly the R.L. Agarwal book. The seed testing is nicely given in this book. You can refer the complete seed quality control from this book of R.L. Agarwal. And if you want to refer any other books, you can also go for NC Singhal. And there was one book that was recently published. It was by Malvika Dadlani and Dr. D.K. Yadva. So you can refer that book. So the name of the book would be Seeds Technology. I'll check, like if I get the links, I'll be dropping it in the description. So it is by Malvika and D.K. Yadava. Okay. So I'll just check the links for these books. If available, I will definitely make it available in the description box. The NC Singhal, it is Seed Science and Technology. So this is for the seed quality control. So mainly start with the ISTA manual, refer everything from the R.L. Agarwal and the NC Singhal. If you need any supplemental information, then you can also refer the other book, which is by Seed Technology by Malvika Dadlani and D.K. Adva. Okay. So this will cover almost everything from the seed quality control. And if you ask me in the exam, this is the one easiest part which you can easily answer in the book, easily answer in the exam. Comparatively, seed processing might be a bit difficult, and seed production will be somewhat easy you take, These are very easy and straight, you can easily answer, and seed biology are easy to moderate, not too much difficult. But what I personally felt is seed processing is somewhat tricky and it is medium to hard to answer. So you be careful for the sub unit of seed processing. Next, for seed storage. For seed storage, not the RL Agarwal is sufficient. So there is no standard books. So you can go for a international author book, which is Donald and Coupland. So there is a book called as book by Donald and Coupland, which is seed technology, which this is a very big book and the price of the book is also very high. See if you have a library facility at your place, if you can able to access this book, then read only the seed storage part from this book. The other contents are not in the Indian context, so you can refer the seed storage part from this book. Okay. Other than this book, the Indian author books that will help you in this preparation of this topic would be NC Single, so that you can refer, and there is one more book called as AK Joshi and BD Singh. So AK Joshi and BD Singh will also supplement this. So if you have sufficient time, you can also go for this book and read the aspects of seed storage. And what is important from the seed storage? The most important thing is the seed viability equation. This is very important. So make sure that you understand everything about the seed viability equations and the different aspects of seed storage. So this finishes the unit 5. And for the unit 6, it is seed health. For this, we have a book called as Seed Pathology. See, if you are already good at pathology, all your basics are strong, then it will supplement your preparation here in the seed health. If not, go for a book called as Seed Pathology by Karuna Vishnuvat. Other than this book, the manuals, if you have any manuals from your MSc, if you do not have any manuals at university, try to collect it from the different universities and try to cover the topics of the seed health from there. And you can also go for the NC Single and the Kare and Bale for this seed health. Okay, so this will cover the seed health topics. Next, the seed industry development and marketing. Again, this is similar to that of seed processing. If you are wanting to study everything, like you have to go for the economics concepts, economic standard books, but that is not possible for the student who is preparing for this ICAR PhD exam, because the time is the main constraint. You cannot consume so much of information. So instead of that, what you can do for the seed industry development is try to just divide these topics and get the information from the different source and make a own notes of yourself. So that will help you. And for RL Agarwal, you can just read the RL Agarwal book of starting 2 chapters. That will help you to some extent, not entirely. And you can also visit the portals like SeedNet portal, which will give you the current information about how the seeds are dispersed, how the seed supply chain works. So that will come under the seed industry development and marketing. Other than this, as I told you, like you have to divide or split each and every topic under this unit and try to get the information from the different sources, and that is how you can prepare it. And if you just check the previous year papers, you will be getting to see that a lot of questions will be asked, like 3 to 4 questions will be asked depending on the paper setter, and you cannot really do anything about it. Okay, but if you have sufficient time, go for the standard books of economics, which will tell you about the entire marketing. And seed industry development, there is no standard book that has been made which covers the detailed aspects. It's entirely on the portals and the public domain, and the one book which will help you is RL Agarwal. Okay, coming to the last unit, so the protection of plant varieties. The protection of plant varieties, you can cover it from the BD Singh, plant breeding by BD Singh. So here in the last unit, you can cover this protection of plant varieties. So one book, and second, you have to refer the PPV FRA manual. So there is a manual which is released by PPV FRA, so that you have to refer to understand about how the protection is done in India for the plant varieties. And for the other things, you have to refer the BD Singh, the plant breeding book. Other than this, for protection of plant varieties, you can also refer Karen Bale book. So that will supplement the preparation. That's it. So this is everything for the 8 different units for the seed science and technology, and this is almost same for both the ASRB net and the ICAR PhD exam. So this is how you can cover the subject entirely. Okay, and this was only for the core subjects which I explained, which was for the part C, seed science and technology. But what about part B? The part B has genetics, plant breeding and PGR, like what to prepare for these 2 different subjects. So for these 2 subjects, what you can do is you can go for the genetics BD Singh if time permits. There are 2 books for genetics, fundamentals of genetics by BD Singh and genetics by BD Singh. I would recommend you to go for just fundamentals, that would be sufficient. And if you have sufficient time, if you have a good grip on the genetics, you can also study the foreign author books if possible, otherwise you can skip them. And most easiest way to cover the genetics is going for genetic made easy book. So that will cover most of the aspects that will be asked in the exams. You can revise it very well. And for the plant breeding, again you can go for the standard books, the BD Singh, or if there is not sufficient time, you can skip all these things and take any class notes from your friends who have pursued their genetics and plant breeding, and study the topics of their class notes for plant breeding mainly. Like you have to focus on the different plant breeding methods and some advanced topics related to the marker assisted breeding. So that will help you in answering the questions that will be asked in the part B. So this is for the genetics and plant breeding. Next, for general agriculture, I did not talk about the PGR. For PGR, no books are required, just go for the manuals. There are 2 to 3 manuals which are available in the NBPGR website. So try to download the manuals and try to read those manuals and just try to analyze and compare it with the previous year papers. That will give you an idea on like what are the things to be focused on these manuals. So that will finish all the different things. The leftover part would be the general agriculture and general knowledge. General knowledge would be like daily reading of different things, knowing about the current affairs, current events. So the different schemes by the government, that is like everyday task. It's not the one night task. So that you have to do every day. Other than this, for general agriculture, I would recommend only go for one book, Nemra Sunda. And if you are not confident, you want to know everything in detail, go for Aran Katan. And if needed, you can also, if possible, you can also go for the other book, which is R.K. Sharma. So these are the book which will cover the general agriculture part, which is necessary for ICAR PhD and all other agriculture exams. You can cover these parts. And for the objective books, for SST, I won't be recommending you any books for objectives because none of them are up to the mark. So only thing like what you can do is you can just try to frame your own questions and do it. And otherwise, you can always come to Agreed platform where we have posted a standard set of questions for the different subjects, including SST, which you can enroll. 2 mock tests are free for ASRB and also for ICAR PhD. You can enroll for the free mock test. And if you are wanting to enroll for the paid mock test, it will be released in the month of March or April. You can enroll for the paid mock test and boost your preparation. Okay. And all these mock tests are prepared by the ICAR PhD toppers who are pursuing the masters and PhD in the IRI. So this level of questions will be very standard, and that will definitely help you in your exam. So that I can assure you. Other than this, nothing else is left. So now I'll be also giving you the information regarding the course. So why this course is important? If you ask me like why this course is necessary, as I told you regarding the different subjects, different topics or the units for the seed science, nothing is very clear, and in a very short period of time you cannot cover everything. So we, from the students of IRI, we have pursued our PG and we are pursuing our PhD from IRI. Like we have compiled our own materials based on whatever resources we had and whatever classes that are being taken to us. So the complete materials will be available in the form of classes. As such, there will be no materials that will be available to you people to read, but we will cover everything, or we will take those materials and teach everything in the live classes, which will be also available in the recorded form. And if possible, we will also try to give you the crisp notes that will be helpful for your revision. But what we are promising the live plus recorded classes that will cover the entire syllabus, both for the ASRB net and also for the ICAR PhD exam. The ASRB net, as I told you, like it will be conducted in Feb or March, So if you are preparing for this exam, want to crack it in a very short period of time, then you can definitely consider our master course for this ASRB net. But if you are also wanting to crack the ICAR PhD exam with the ASRB net, go for this ICAR PhD course, because the content overlaps. All the content which is available in the ASRB net, it is available in the ICAR PhD. But in the ICAR PhD, along with the CTech, we are also going to cover the GPB and the PGR. So that is not available in the ASRB net course. That's why if you are targeting for both the exams, take ICAR PhD course, or if you are only targeting for the ASRB net exam, then you can take this Sarvasreshta course, or otherwise you can go for the Sarvata course, which is for ICAR PhD exam in the subject of seed science and technology. Okay, we will have a one-to-one doubt clearing sessions. We will be having the previous year discussions, and we will be providing the standard mock test series that is included in this package. So which will definitely help you in cracking this exam in a very short period of time, both the ICAR PhD exam and the ASRB net exam. And what are the features of our live class? These are our main mentors. We also have some of the other mentors who will be taking one or two topics based on their subject expertise, since they have given their research, or based on the research topics that they have given in the PG and the PhD. Based on that, few other mentors will be also engaged in the class, but mainly we are the 4 mentors who will be engaging the classes for the seed science and technology and genetics and plant breeding, along with the PGR for the ASRB and the ASRB net exam. Okay. Next, what are the features? You will be getting the live plus recorded classes, and you will be getting the complete mock test bundle, which includes the topic wise, subject wise, whole syllabus, and also the general agriculture test. And this is the mock test interface, which will simulate the actual conditions, which will help you to be confident. Since you will be attending a lot of mock tests, you will be very confident to attend the actual exams when you are going through. And we will be also discussing the previous year question papers. The complete previous year question papers starting from 2020 to 2023 has been uploaded in our website. The links will be available in the description box. If you have not yet downloaded these papers, you can click on the links and download the paper and do your own analysis on the previous year papers. And also we will be coming up with the previous year discussions for both ASRB net and the ICAR PhD exam. So this is all about the ASRB net and the ICAR PhD exam details for the subject of seed science. I believe I have covered all the important things, aspects for these 2 exams. Still, if you have any doubts related to the online master course, or related to the subject, or related to the books to be referred, you can always comment on this video. We will be happy to assist. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.